Every Monday at this time, we profile the Suncoast community that's a great place to call home.
ABC 7's Linda Carson joins us with more. Linda.
Tonight, we pay tribute to Palma, Sola. In the late 1880s, it advertised itself as the youngest and largest town in Florida, made up largely of New Englanders, where no liquor is sold. Well, it's changed a lot over the years, but it's still a great place to call home.
This way.
87-year-old retired Army Colonel Charles Jones moved to Palma, Sola in 1933.
It was a very friendly area. Everybody knew everyone. The main industry here was farming, fishing, and growing gladiolas.
And making moonshine.
There was a moonshine still right across the street there.
Oh my goodness.
There were 3 in this area.
Palma, Sola got its name from a tall palm tree that served as a navigational landmark.
On the point, there was a real tall palm tree. And they would use that in navigation. They could see that tree before they could see any of the shoreline. And this would mark the entrance to the Manatee River.
Palma Sola's location between the Palma Sola Bay, the Intercoastal, and the Manatee River made it a great place for farming. But today, about the only agriculture is Orman's Nursery, where they've been growing poinsettias since 1914, and the Palma Sola Botanical Park, a spot that volunteers have turned into a tropical fruit paradise.
In the rare fruit area, we have 60 different trees. We've got 7 varieties of mangoes. We have avocados, white sapotes, Suriname cherries, citrus, pomegranates.
It's free and open to the public, as is the Robinson Preserve right next door. The first white settler, James Warner, arrived in Palma Sola in 1868, but Native Americans had been here thousands of years and left behind several Indian burial mounds. Smithsonian scientists have studied them.
They came down and they took a number of skeletons out of the mound in the 1920s. And they studied them and then returned most of them back to the mound, and but they kept a few.
The developers arrived in the 70s, and ever since Palma Sola has been growing by leaps and bounds. But Charles and his wife of 67 years say it's still a great place to call home. And there are still traces of the Native Americans who once lived here. Charles Jones says when he was a kid, they used to climb those Indian burial mounds and dig up the beads, and he says he still finds conch shells all around his house when he's digging, so he's going to plant something, and he said they have proof that Indians actually used these and discarded them.